Shoot. Sorry, everybody. Technical difficulties. I thought I sent this link. Sorry, I messed that up completely. Rookie. All right. I guess I don't even have Comcast. I don't know what happened there. Good Lord. Rookie mistake. I don't know. My internet went down there.
Yo, what's up?
Going.
There we go. We got it back up. Everyone's
sorry about that. Good Lord. Yeah, I'm a newbie. Well, I just kind of wanted to go over what we're going to do. I just kind of want to run over some of my hats that I've got. see what you think of them. See where what you think would be best place to sell them.
Oh yeah.
Most of mine end up being like most of them haven't been worn, so most of them don't need cleaned. But there's a few that I'll need some advice on, so it'll be a good time to throw in your knowledge.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Can you go over just a little bit like where you sell and stuff like that, and where you pick up your stuff real quick?
All right. I pick up my stuff from everywhere: thrift shops, garage sales, online. You know, I scout. You know, I hunt eBay and everything like that. And you know, I look anywhere and everywhere. You know, and I sell on eBay. Like right now, with my hats, I sell on eBay and Grailed and Depop right now. So I've been doing pretty good on those 3 platforms for my hats. So yeah.
Do you? I know you do that honey hole. You get a lot of your hats at. Do you do garage sales a lot, or I mean, I don't hear you talk about them.
I do garage sales. I'm kind of I don't know. I do sometimes I go garage selling. Sometimes I don't. I'm not like an every weekend type guy, but yeah.
Yeah. I've gotten to where I source so good, I don't really need to go to garage sales, which is crazy. And like thrift stores, like I just kind of go there if I'm bored, really, because it's so overpriced compared to what I can source for most times.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Tim said Etsy too. Yeah, Etsy. Hey, let's shout out to some people in the
please
the chat real quick. Tracy was here first. What's up, Tracy?
Thank you, Tracy.
We got Tim. French bloke. Oh, let's see. Lone Star Picker, what's up? Pick and Roll. It's good to have it. Westside Gary. Kent, what's going on? We got a lot of people in here. So
yeah, I appreciate it. I'm a newbie. Steve's in here even. Thanks for everybody that joined in. Thanks for Gary even. I'm terrible at this live. I'll get better, I swear. It's just been a while since I've actually done it. You do a good job. I appreciate you. But I just kind of wanted to run over this, make it kind of quick, so I don't have to. And we could, we can hang on longer if we want to.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start with.
So where'd you get these from? Where'd you get all these hats from?
These will be Mercari to start.
Okay.
With.
Now I have I look on Mercari too. So this I might have seen this lot already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, or I'll see like a good lot. I'll be like, oh, it's already sold. Like. So, some people hit it fast. So
yeah, it might be something that you actually tried to get. This one, I kind of up got it. What are you? It's $19 with shipping, but it was a nice. Oh, I can't do this. It was a nice patch, and it has this like
a suede bill.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's K products. And it's
nice, clean.
I mean, it's never been worn, but I've seen it on Mercari recently for 35. I think it's on the right now for 25.
Yeah.
Andy,
go to the bottom settings and do it like a side by side, so we get like a little bit more.
Yeah.
More room. Yeah. Well, try it one more. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. That one right there.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
But yeah, it was so clean too, and for $19, and I figure I'm gonna put that one on Grailed. That would be one of my first ones I put on.
See, I think that one would go good on eBay because a lot of my John Deere stuff does really, really well on eBay.
Okay,
it's the cool looking hats that sell on Grailed. The things that you think, man, I'll never sell it on eBay. You sell it on Grailed. You'll sell them on Depop.
Okay,
on Etsy. So
that's good to know. This is a K products. This one this was a pretty big lot. Oh no, this was a two lot, and it was DeKalb. I saw the DeKalb.
Oh yeah.
Hats. And this was a little different. I bet you've seen these. So this was a lot of 2. I got $12.50, 25 a piece. But I thought this was kind of.
That one's really cool. Yeah.
It's got the flying corn up there in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't tell Calvin about this live. Shoot. I forgot to. I was gonna Instagram a bunch of people. This is the first hat I bought because my name. I'm Anthony Long. I'm Anthony Long, and so Long Wholesale. I was like, yeah, I just got to do it, and it's nothing special, Speedway or something. But it's probably made recently, but I just kind of liked it.
No, it looks vintage. If it's Speedway, it's vintage, and also too, I pick up a lot of hats with names on them because same thing. People they'll Google their name. They're like, "Oh, that's dope," and then they'll buy it. So
yeah, I mean, Long Wholesale. Shoot, it's just like I had to buy it. It was like a sign. This was a one of those I hit real quick on Mercari, and it was a K Products John Deere, and it was black and white. I'd never
Oh,
seen.
that's really cool.
I've
Yeah.
never seen one. It's a little dirty, but you can tell it hadn't really been worn, and it's
Yeah.
K Products too. And I mean, it's nice inside.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, absolutely. What up, Harry? Harry's coming in.
Hey, Harry. Thanks for everybody for joining. I'm all into this. I talk amongst yourselves. This one I got. Oh, it's a Louisville.
A Louisville manufacturing company.
Louisville line.
Okay.
So it's not the new ones, but it was $25, and I don't know. I bought it because I knew it would sell on eBay because it had the tag.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was one of the first ones I bought. It wasn't a really good deal. I really like this one. The crazy scrambled eggs, yeah. American flag, eagle on there.
Oh yeah.
It says Imbat Gru. I don't know what that is. This is a new era, made in USA.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Not been worn. I love it's like super.
Yeah.
Like eagle wings.
It's like double scrambled eggs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Extra helping.
Yeah. This is a Craftsman Pro set.
Oh, really cool.
And it's got a nice, scrambled eggs too. It's not been worn either. K product, Orange City, Iowa.
Nice.
It's that old one when it's got that short brim.
Yeah, it's got like a shorter brim one.
And that was $12. I thought that was a heck of a deal. This one was, I thought, a Calvin.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It has the DK 547 is bigger than they go for more money when it has the whole flying corn bigger, but it's the same thing. That short brim, tall, and that yellow is just cool.
Oh yeah.
It's a swingster. It's not the K product.
Yeah.
But you can tell
swingster ones.
Yeah, it has the foam, but it got ripped out. Someone took it out, so they knew what they were doing. But I got that for $15. I thought that was a heck of a deal.
Yeah.
Let's see. The last Mercari. I got this one, and it says EAA Oshkosh John Deere 1997. It's got like airplanes and stuff, and it's got the silver scrambled eggs. And I just thought that was kind of neat, and it was. I wrote down the shipping because it was funny. It was only $14, but it was $10 shipping. It was $24, so I paid up for it, but I thought it was just
so EAA cool. Oshkosh. That's actually okay. So, it's really weird. It's like John Deere plus airplanes.
Right.
EAA is Experimental Aircraft Association.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've seen some like those EAA hats before, so that's really, really cool. It's really unique as well.
Well, thanks. And I actually thought about that, especially when you said that. When Tim always talks about crossover appeal, you get a little bit of different things, all pretty cool. It wasn't the patch, but it was definitely the old symbol, and it has the different kind of
strap back. Yeah.
So it's Katie, but it's not made in USA, but I thought it was pretty cool because it's got that tall too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really cool.
I bought all these 4 in a lot. So there were 5 apiece. The Pioneer symbol, because every acre counts, and they're all K products. That's why I got them. They're all $5 a piece.
That's not bad. Not bad at all.
And this was just not a very good one. But see, a lot of these that aren't that great, I can sell for $5 to $10 in my flea market booth. So even if they're not something that can really go good, they'll sell.
Yeah.
This is Born the Farm.
Yeah.
It'll go here. K products. These have not been worn. This one may have been worn a little bit, but not really. It's just a little old. And this one's kind of a neat Pioneer.
Yeah.
I like the colors.
It reminds me of like the farming signs.
Yeah.
Out in the fields where they have it.
Actual.
Yeah.
That's really cool. On the back there, and it's K products as well.
Cool. I don't know. I don't know if that's the number for the seed that they're using. The seed.
I think so. And this one's kind of neat. It's like the jean material.
Yeah.
Got the big fat patch, and I like the colors. Ag Spectrum K Products as well, isn't it?
Oh,
No,
wow.
yeah, it's K Products, and it's got the nasty foam I'm gonna have to clean out.
Yeah, but that one should do pretty good.
Yeah.
I would list that one for a little bit higher since it's denim as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
$5. So that was a pretty good lot, I thought. And that was the Macari ones.
Nice.
And those are just sniping stuff. And oh wait, here's a couple more. Sorry. And this is one you already commented on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That one's really cool.
I lost the. Forget. I bought this in a lot. I think it was 15. Oh shoot! I flipped it off. Anyway, I didn't pay that much. I think it was $15. But yeah, it's got the gold scrambled eggs in the space shuttle big fat triangle patch. And I think it was. There's nothing inside of it, but it actually had a space shuttle pin on there too.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Kind of neat. I'd probably leave it on there and just explain that. And then here's another. That foam got everywhere. Scrambled egg NASA.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool.
$15, and it was made in USA. That was Mercari.
Oh, we got a whole. Is that a whole box?
There's a bunch of them. That's why I'm trying to have them lined up and ready to go. I got on a kick. DeKalb, and I bought this one. I thought it was really cool because of the and I actually thought of you. And it's a little different version on it. And
yeah,
it is K Products, but it looks like a newer version.
K Products are making newer. Yeah, they make newer style hats.
So you can tell it's the newer style just by the way it's done. But I like the underside.
Oh, really cool. Yeah.
And it was $12, and I'm probably gonna keep it because it was nice to wear. Another same kind of deal.
Oh wow. Okay. Yes.
$12. That's K Products as well.
Is it tag or on the inside? Okay. Yeah. Now, is it made in the USA or made in China? Because I know K Products has outsourced some stuff to China.
It says Orange City, Iowa, but it didn't say made there. Made in China, yeah.
Yeah,
that's the new version.
Yeah, the new versions. He said, let's see, Lone Star Picker said, yes, up the price on the denim cap. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool, thanks for the advice.
Denim goes really good.
Yeah. And it's just these were $2.75. There's a lot I got. So $2 a piece, Turnpike Ford.
Yeah.
Made in China, an old trucker hat, but it's got the little, what do you call it? Muth Brothers and moving teams, like a big caterpillar.
Yes. I sell a bunch of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Again, there might be someone last name with Muth. They're like, yo, I'm getting that.
Yep. And plus, I thought this one had the red and white.
Yeah.
Made in USA, foam, but it's not messed up. And $2.75. Couldn't beat that. This another $2.75 a lot. Wiser Incorporated Excavating. It's cool patches.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, most of these looks like they've never been worn. People save these for a reason.
That's the thing. A lot of people are like, hey, our dads, our grandfathers. Sometimes you're like, hey, here's a hat. Thanks a lot. And they would never wear it. They would just put it in their collection.
Yeah. That was made in USA too. Barnett Ford, and I thought of you and the name. It's made in USA. And this was just in the lot of the $2.75. Not all men are fools, some are bachelors.
Yeah. Now see that, dude, I sell stuff like that on Grailed all the time.
Really? Okay.
$30.
Like you said, look at the big fat nose and chin. Yeah. Like huge men kind of thing. That's good to know. Yeah, like the really obscure stuff put on ground.
Like kind of like the novelty, kind of like the novelty hats do really, really well.
Right on. And this is kind of a neat. I thought of the Canadian. I've seen you guys had like this little stripe down here, and it has a guy with an arrow.
Oh, cool.
On there. And it's foam in there that needs to be taken out. And it's made in USA. I thought that was pretty neat. And that was part of the 275, that 275 lot.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, Calvin says put in the description pre-owned but unworn.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, graphics definitely play a part. Yeah, just kind of like cool patches, cool like someone just going, yo, that's cool. I want to wear that.
Right. And this was another eBay lot, and it's a Snap-on tools. I know how good Snap-on tools are.
Yeah.
I mean, I put those in my flea market booth. They're gone in no time in my antique mall. Thanks for joining, Kelly. And these were all, and a lot of times they didn't explain how good shape they were in, but I thought the color was cool on these.
Oh, yeah.
And these are all vintage, and it has like the side patch on there.
Oh, yeah, that's very cool. Yes.
And Snap-on even on the back, and K products, and it's not been worn. It's kind of like a leather looking. But yeah, you could tell someone just kept it. And another of the Snap-on, I thought.
Oh wow,
like a Warner Brothers
awesome
look.
Looking, yeah.
Yeah. And the blue and white, because Snap-on, you usually see it's red. And
yeah,
so
the
blue is a little. If you're a Snap-on fan,
yeah,
and it's tall brim, short bill, K products, and it hasn't been worn. Another one of those Snap-ons, and these are all $7.60. Snap-on 80 years, 2000. I thought that was kind of a cool patch.
Oh yeah, that's really cool.
And K products once again, never been worn. And I like the rope there.
Oh yeah, like that fluorescent lime green. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that might be more of a Grailed one, isn't it?
Yeah, this screams 90s.
Yeah, and that was $7.60 for that one too. And this was the only one in there that looks like it's a little dirty, but it hasn't been worn. And I thought of the Snap-on. Remember that jacket that was like that?
Yeah.
Purple, I thought that would go perfect with that.
Yeah,
it's almost like it fits it.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Hey, up for that one, I think. And that was another $7.60. That's not K products though. It's made in China. But I thought that it didn't matter on that one. It's so cool.
Yeah, the graphic just screams awesome.
Yeah. Let's see. This was a Louisville on the tags.
Oh, yeah.
These are what I remember getting. This is what I saw around at my area in Missouri. And this is a Goodyear with the rope. And this is one of the few that's kind of dirty. It's been worn, but it's that cool patch, Goodyear, Louisville.
Yeah, very good. It looks like a little bit of dirt on the brim, but you might be able to get that off with just by brushing it.
Brushing, and that's what Tim said. Just kind of a brush it.
Yep.
Dry brush it. And like you said, some of it they don't mind if it's a little bit distressed. They kind of like the distress look.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for $4.25, I thought, heck of a deal. Another one in that lot was New Era USA, but it's and I thought of you guys on the East Coast. You guys, I'm a Chiefs fan. If I see some of the old vintage,
yeah,
I love it, because it's hard to find because people wore these. They didn't keep them.
Yeah.
Made in USA, New Era.
Yeah,
foam's tight, it's a little bit like
is it good?
It may have been worn a little bit, but very little.
Is the foam good on it, or is it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
Foam's scary.
Yeah, with the black bands like that, like what I do sometimes if it's worn, just take a little bit of rubbing alcohol on on a towel and just rub, and it usually gets on any of those like
sweat stains.
Yeah,
that's a great tip. And this was a lot I got for $2. Well, let me finish this one. I'm sorry. Just the other one was $4 in that lot, and that's why I bought it.
Yeah.
That John Deere symbol is just killer with the patch. The rope, short brim, tall. This one was not tagged. It just says 100% cotton. No, made in Philippines. So it must be, I would say 90s, but still have an old symbol. So I mean, it's still pretty cool. It'll sell for more than $4.21.
Definitely.
Here's a John Deere one I bought straight up, I think, eBay, and it's got the nice patch on it.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely a cool '90s one as well.
Yeah, with the rope. John Deere licensed product. I was looking for steel ones for a while, and this is I think it's a newer version of the old steel.
Yeah.
But people love that patch, and that's why they kept bringing it back.
Absolutely.
$12.75, but this one is dirty. It's been worn, but this one I paid up for this one, and it was steel. It was a little bit better shape. No tag at all. I'm guessing 90s too, but
yeah,
it's still. That's one of those I paid up too much for it, but it was, I couldn't help it. I'm like, that was too cool. I might wear it, kind of deal. And I know, like I said, I can get $10 out of it at my flea market booth, no matter what. And this is another DeKalb that I bought. I already had this in a lot, but it was $13, and it was K Products, and it's in great shape. And this was a lot I bought for $2. But I got it $2 a piece. It has this nice little stripe on the brim. Fontanella Nelly. I don't know anything about that.
Still though, it's got cool, you know what I'm saying? It's a cool script, I
like how it kind of goes to, it has a lean to it. It's made in USA for $2. Another $2 co-op.
Yeah.
Well, I just look when it's got red, white, and black and white. Red, blue, white, and black. And it's got the red rope K brand, but it actually has some stains in there.
Yeah, you gotta have that with older hats, but that's okay. That might just be foam stains, and you'll just like suck out all that foam and be good to go.
Huh? But $2 once again. I thought that's pretty cool for $2.
Yeah.
And that same lot was. I'm a big baseball fan, and it was the Minnesota Twins World Championship, and that's the year they beat the Cardinals.
I think Calvin pulled a hat like that, I think Calvin pulled one just like that. That's cool.
Yeah. And there's some baseball fan out there that wants it.
Oh,
and that's the reason. I'm sorry I'm ignoring the chat. I'm trying to get through all these, and so we could talk in a minute. But this one I thought was just.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
Union Pacific Station. It's got multiple stripes. It's got the gray. The patch is just awesome, and it's got red, white, and blue like it's a flag. Union Pacific train, made in USA.
Absolutely.
It looks like foam stains. It doesn't even look like. I don't know. It looks. I thought it's for $2.
I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong there, right? Okay, and this one. Well, let's stay on eBay. I forget how many hats I actually got here. This was a pretty good lot. I paid up for it. It was like $80.
Ooh.
But I saw this one. I remember watching you guys, and I saw something similar, and I was like, oh, man, because Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And this is Park Avenue.
Yeah, Park Avenue. Yeah.
Out of Manchester, Tennessee.
Yeah, definitely. Park Avenue made a lot of like college stuff in like the late '80s. So
and you can tell it's interesting. Like I don't know, material on there. It's almost like it's rubber placed on there.
Is it like a puff print almost?
Yes.
Yeah.
Puff print, and it's not been damaged at all. You can tell someone didn't ever wear this.
Yeah.
So cool. It's just pristine, and it was $13 in the lot. I bought these because every one of them is good.
I think Tim likes that one.
Yeah,
he was a John Deere. I mean, a Notre Dame fan.
Oh, I forgot to. What is this in the brim? There's like some.
Okay. Yes. So that would be they used to have what they call fight song hats.
Huh.
And basically you would press it. That you could probably there's like a little button you could probably like depress in it. Is there like a little like feel like a little button like that? It would play like this fight song.
No way.
Yeah. Now the thing is, you cannot. I mean, you can't extract them because they're like sewn into the hat. I have a Redskins hat that's just like that. That has that in there.
That is killer. I didn't know that. I knew you would know.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was feeling it. I'm like, what is that? It's like, is that the early days of like them trying to keep people from stealing it? Like, this was part of that lot, $13. K Products, John Deere.
Oh yeah, cool.
Short brim, tall. It was cherry. It's K Products. It's nice. It hasn't been worn. It's not the super cool patch, but it's nice and sewn.
It's got the older logo on it too. So
yes, and it's got that deer with the straight leg instead of the bent one. And this one too was in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice big patch, and that's the old school one. It's a little stained. I'm gonna have to get that out. And it's this one I didn't hear of. American's Legend.
Yeah.
American Legend, made in USA.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that patch when I was a kid, but yeah, I thought that was cool. But that was another $13. And to round it out.
Oh yeah, that's really cool.
And this the one that was I'm gonna be having a tough time parting with. I just think that one's
right.
Freightliner trucks, and it looks like it just came out of factory.
Oh yeah.
I wish you could see it here. It's just unbelievable. Tonkin,
yeah.
Incorporated, made in USA.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It hasn't been worn except by me, and that's pretty killer.
What's up, Swamp Picker? David.
Hey.
Our boot picker.
Hey, David. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm missing everybody here. I appreciate everybody for joining. I want this, and since we had to do it in the afternoon a little bit, I know there's not going to be a lot of people watch it, so there's might be a lot of people that rewatch it. So I kind of wanted to keep the chit chat till later on, so people stay in the chat. This one was a lot I got, and I just got it because the golden scrambled eggs says dealers auto exchange in Tucson. So the Tucson, I thought, and the scrambled eggs was.
And it's got a cool big logo on it too.
Yeah, it's a lion.
Really cool.
Yeah, with American flag. I always get the American flag stuff I can. And Nissan made in China.
Yeah, definitely 90s. Nissan makes like awesome hats. Like they hold the test of time, bro.
Yeah, you could tell it does, man. And this one I thought was killer.
Oh yeah.
Green corduroy. And it's got the cord, and the cord's a different color, and it's got the golden scrambled eggs.
Kansas, you know what I'm saying? It's got a lot going for it. Yeah.
Finney County, IBP. And I've not seen a lot of these. It's got that double.
The double, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's winter, Renaissance International, made in China.
Yeah.
But, man, I thought the corduroy, I know you guys said the corduroy's hot. I saw Tim say that yesterday.
Yeah. Good solid hat. Oh, that's.
And that's $5 once again. Holland Davis, painting contractors. Dumas, Texas. It has a phone number on there. I thought that was funny.
Oh, see, show the phone number again. You know it's old when you don't have an area code in the phone number.
It's a good hint.
So
that's funny.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah. So it's almost like this. Yeah, that's funny.
That's cool though.
And it's cherry. I mean, it's not been worn. I'd say almost every one of these, but like 5 haven't been worn.
I love finding those like that.
I got lucky on a lot of these. This is 2002 racing to 2020, which is funny. Racing to 2020 in the future. This was 18 years ago when they made it.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. I bet I should put it up now, and it's got like some cars and stuff on there, and some kind of neat little. I don't know. I should do a better job of holding this up here.
That's really cool though. It's got an awesome look.
Yeah, it's got a lot of stuff going on there, so it might be something people buy. Auto.
Yep. Auto makes
$5
too. Another
$5. This is just part of the lot. And something Texas.
Yep.
Some town, maybe someone might want it. Made in Korea.
Tracy said dumbass Texas stuff.
And it's just another part of that lot. I really just wanted those other hats. $5, but it says Denver, Colorado, and maybe that place is still around. Who knows?
It's got a name on it. It's got it's got a good look too.
And I've got 2 more small boxes here of pretty good ones. This is a corduroy brown.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I like the gold on the brown, it's kind of, it doesn't fit real good here. I might have to.
Might need a little reshaping.
Yep. I have to watch your video again on the reshaping, use that cardboard. Made in USA. And that was $3. Another of that $3 lot. It's just, some of these other ones just throw ins, but that's an Indianapolis 500. So I'm sure.
Shoot. Yeah.
May 29th, 1988. Official.
Awesome.
And it's official recovery. The record people, I guess, made in USA. So that's pretty specialized. So that could really hit someone right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought of you on this one.
Yes.
Big, logo.
I don't know what it is. People love that type of stuff. Like big bulldozer on a hat.
Yeah.
Instantly for me for some reason. Like on all platforms, eBay, Grailed, Depop. I have a bulldozer on a hat and it's selling. I don't know what's up with that, but it sells.
It's probably some weird, it's good to know. It's like you said too. I'm just semis and stuff. They sell quick. And that was another $3 hat, another $3 hat. Swiss Hat Restaurant.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I thought was weird. Swiss Hat Restaurant. Steiner Corporation.
Yep. These. But see, the thing about these are the colors pop.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Pop, and it's one of those things where someone's gonna buy that. What you're showing me, like these are perfect. This is what I sell on Grailed all the time.
Yeah,
I sell stuff like this. People are like, "Yo, that's a sweet red, white, black, yellow kind of colorway." Yeah, that sells all day.
And that's another $3 one. Here's another $3 one. Woolahan Lumber, Philadelphia, Ohio, which, a few different things crossing each other there.
Yeah, and here's the weird thing too. Green hats for some reason too. I sell a lot of hats on Grailed. Green hats on Grailed for some reason get looks. And
I won't forget that green Grailed. That's interesting. Huh. I guess another one of the $3. A couple more. R&B Towing, and it's Ohio. It has an area code though, but I think this is made in USA too. Yeah. None of these are worn. Case Excavator Rodeo.
Oh, cool.
I thought that was kind of neat, and it's kind of what you were saying earlier. What that buff rubber puff print? Puff print.
It's a puffy screen print.
Yeah, and that was another $3 hat. And this lot was $8 a piece, and I bought it for one hat, and it's probably not a very good deal, really. But I don't even know what that symbol is. These are all from California. Made in Taiwan.
Something like that. So what I would do on that?
Yeah,
I would take a picture of that and put it in Google Lens, like on your phone. Just download the Google app and then just take a picture of it.
That symbol actually is.
See what it is, yeah, because it might be something. But again, that's something that people will just buy it for the design, the big bold design.
Right. Well, thanks for saying that. I wouldn't have thought of that, and it makes so much sense. But that's what's sad is the easiest things makes the most sense, and we don't do those. And I thought of you on this one, the stripes on the side, and that's why one of the reasons I bought this lot. Made in USA, and it was $8. But Auto, they make hats. I don't know if it's the same one.
I don't know. I would look that up. I would look that up.
Same deal. This is why I bought it. It's hard to see.
Oh yeah.
Tombstone, the town too tough to die. And I was a huge Tombstone fan. Me and my buddy loved it when I was a kid. We would recite it over and over again. It's the KC.
Yep. Crown caps. Yep.
And it's cherry too. It's not been worn, but I couldn't help but get that one because I figured no matter what, it'll sell. Like you said, green.
Yeah, green. Yeah.
Sunnyvale, California, T&J Garage.
Yeah. Oh.
Big symbol.
That little black and red, that's a International Harvester. That's actually a tractor.
Oh, wow.
Tractors and combines. Yeah.
That's great info. Yeah, I was gonna write a lot of this down. I'm like, I'll just rewatch this. I don't have to write it down, the idiot. But I thought this is funny. You'll like this. I don't know what I'd do with it, but on the inside it has Colorama ad products, PO Box, San Antonio, Texas, and it has the number to call them. The company that made it. I thought that was kind of interesting that they just put like a sticker in there, and the sticker's still hanging on to the foam in there. It hasn't been worn that much, like it's kind of crazy. And this is another one of those. Is $8. Santa Clara Color Service.
Nice, yeah.
I do that symbol's pretty neat.
That blue and that white, big writing, big logo.
It just works. And then it's not made in USA. Last two this is a different one. K Products, Napoleon Campbell Soup Company.
Oh, wow.
Big patch.
Napoleon, Ohio. Okay. And it's probably a Campbell soup plant there. That's awesome.
K Products. I'm pretty sure that's the older symbol, K Products.
Oh, yeah.
Foam's been taken out, so someone already cleaned it for me.
Do pretty well.
Yeah.
That might be $35, $40 hat right there.
Cool.
Especially on eBay. So
I just need to brush it off a little bit. And an old Conoco hat.
Yeah. Yeah, old gasoline, petroleum stuff. That always does well.
Yeah. I think I have just a few left here. These are just $2. These are kind of newer, but there's some steel ones, and I know I can sell my booth.
That stuff still sells. I mean,
Corona Light, because a lot of people like Corona Light. They hate Corona. $2. These go in my booth. Corona, $2. And these are all eBay. Bitter in sport fishing. I don't know. These were not anything special. Not trucker hats. But I thought these two were kind of weird. Same hat. They were all $2 too. But Molokai, Oahu. And it's got like a picture of a skeleton riding a surfboard. Paddleboard World Championships.
Oh my goodness.
And there's 2 of them.
That's crazy. I have a poster of that.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, I have a poster of that. There's someone, I gotta find out. There's someone that I think I know who did that print also.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It has a rope. It's kind of messed up. But I'll try to get that symbol closer. It's really cool. When I started looking at them, I'm like, no way, that is killer.
Dude, I have that poster. Something like that. Yeah. There are artists that makes all those posters. I'll figure that out for you.
Right on. And that's $2 a piece for those too. Got lucky on that one a little bit. I like the colorways on these. Interstate Batteries Racing.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
$4. Made in USA. Made by Winston. I love the colorway. Big Napa symbol.
Patch. The Napa's got a thick patch on it too.
Yep. Not been worn as well. And that's a Louisville, the old school Louisville.
Oh, cool.
So it's old version too.
I
like it's kind of neat.
Oh, yes.
Mug Country, and it has the radio station.
Now, did you know where that's out of? Have you done the research on that?
Nope.
All right, yeah. You'll be able to find that and definitely keyword it up to where it's like whatever city it's in. That's awesome, though. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I love the colors. Another $4 hat I got. Made in China, but it's a foam trucker hat.
That's sweet. Oh, wow. Yes.
Made in USA. It's so old, and it hasn't been worn. Made in USA, North Carolina. Innovative products, but look at the tag still on there.
Oh wow, yeah,
$8.50.
all that on there. Oh
$8.50. Yeah. It's still on there. I'm trying not to mess it up, but I thought, how neat is that?
yeah, dude. On eBay, that'll go. I think that'll command. I would run some comps on it to see, because that might command $50-$60.
I was wondering, because since it was Disney, and of any place to really get something like that is to have the ticket from actual Disney World, Disneyland back then.
Don't take that price tag off. Don't. Yeah.
And this is part of that lot. It was $4.
Yeah.
Or no, this is a different lot. Sorry, $6 for this one. Georgia blue. It's just pretty.
Oh yeah, that'll.
It's not made in US. It's made in China though. This was $6.25 too.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Wow.
It's got the maple leaf Ozark extravaganza. I'm down here in Ozarks. 1987. Ozark's so big right now too, and it's not made in USA. $6.25. Thought that's simple.
So if everyone watching these hats right here, like this hat he's showing right here, I kill on these, dude. $30-$35 all day.
It's good to know.
Those kind of real puffy, screen printed tourist hats, especially with the states or like the city on them.
Yeah,
people love those.
That was $6, so not bad. And I thought this was kind of neat too.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Made in USA, but Rockford, Illinois, Fiesta Italiano. The colors just
up,
Well, I think that's actually it. Oh no, one last thing.
There we go. One last grip. That's okay. That's great.
It was Facebook Marketplace deal, and it was I remember seeing him a long time ago. It was like a lot, and he said $75. Is that hat crack? Yeah. It said like $75 for a long time. I offered him like 40. He came back with 50. I was like, all right. And I didn't know how good they were. He didn't describe them very good, but it was 17 railroad hats.
Oh,
and
okay.
He said he has a connection. And the one I really wanted, I'm from a railroad town, but Burlington Northern Santa Fe.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know. These aren't made in USA, but they've never been worn. And they got the rope on it. They not being worn.
These are definitely 90s right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And are those embroidered or are those patches?
Patches.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's same made in the same place, of course. Frisco comes through here, and Burlington Northern Santa Fe when it's up in my hometown. And this is part of it, made in USA.
Oh man, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I think you'll do pretty well on these, especially like these will do well on eBay.
Okay.
Yeah, railroad hats really well on eBay for me.
Same hat, big patch, Santa Fe, Burlington Northern, halfway. I love the symbol.
Oh, yeah.
Red rope. These are all made by that same one. There's just I'm not sure.
Okay, that's OC Youngin Hat Company, and OC is their outdoor cap.
Okay.
Yeah, it's outdoor cap.
That's good to know, so I can know how to list it. Thought that was interesting.
Oh, cool! Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like safety hats, same thing. OC, two of the same ones. I think there's 18 in here, and I'll save this one to the end. That one's too cool. Another.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, how much would it be a piece? Like $3 a piece. I paid for these.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna do really well on these
because they haven't been worn.
Yeah.
OC. Three. There's actually 4 of that same one there. Burlington Northern. This still has a hat on it, but it says Minneapolis or Minnesota Division.
Yep. Oh yeah.
That one's made in USA with the tag still on there. Wool is cool.
Oh, nice.
He said he had more. He was going to call me, and there's 2 of that same one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah, call me if you got more of the same. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Another.
Dude, you gotta get like Lone Star Picker said, get this shit listed. This right here, this hat lot is gonna pay for probably everything you showed, everything you paid for. This hat lot will pay for all of that probably.
These railroad.
Just those.
Yeah.
I mean, these are $35 hats all day.
That's awesome.
Maybe even more.
That's good. And that's eBay, you say?
eBay. You're gonna thrive on eBay with these.
And that's the one I like the most out of them because it has the train there, all the rivers and lakes in the Springfield region, the fields in the back, Ozark Mountain Crew. It's got the train, the nice depth perception. I thought this was just pretty neat, especially living here in Springfield. And it's a young and hat company, YA.
Yeah, those are mostly all 90s basically.
I love that one. It's got the Burlington Northern symbol on there too, up there in the middle. When I got these hats and I looked at them, he didn't have them listed as not been worn before. Perfect.
Yeah,
It's like, whoa.
It's just a collection. People are collecting these.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thanks for putting up with it and giving us some good ones, good places where to sell them and what to do with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, dude,
so you think some of these, this is kind of the highlight here, some of these?
Dude, listen, you got a lot of great hats. You got a lot of great hats that you showed. Cool. So you did well. I've been on some other channels and they've showed some hats and I'm like, that's nice. It's okay. You've got a lot of really good stuff. Only thing is, some of those, like that Notre Dame hat, I would go ahead and shape that hat. Okay, if and I'm gonna plug my channel. I have a trucker hat restoration video.
Yes. Exactly
how to do that.
Yes.
You take a hat that's all floppy and everything, and to make it just like stiffen it back up.
Yeah.
So
I watched it last night. It's great. I was gonna put it in the description, but too many things I didn't think about it.
Okay.
If you can whip it in there, if someone's watching, could throw that in there, throw up his restoration one, because that's the reason I wanted you in here. But come to find out, most of these were perfect, so I couldn't. This one needs to reshape, and when it is, it's gonna be
really reshape too. You'll cut your little cardboard out, put it in there, spray it with lightly spray it with some starch, and that might be my giveaway if I ever get to 1,000. But yeah, and what's cool is I knew, people pass by. The only thing I buy in the Goodwills most of the time anymore is hats because they're $2. Yeah,
and no one buys them, but I can sell them for 5 to 10 in my booth. So I usually make my rent with hats that
right.
that aren't even that great. And so I know these will sell. Some of these that may not sell on eBay for more than $15, I can sell them for 10.
Yeah,
and get rid of the ones and pay for them. On the side anyway.
Yeah, I think the railroad hats were a great pickup.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, for $50. And I just think that symbol is just so cool. $2 for those. And some of them, I got a couple duds in there, but it was because there was 2 or 3 that I liked, and anyway, I want you, for being a guest, you get to pick one hat, and I'm sending it to you. I've got your email, so it's coming anyway. And it's going to be a couple of weeks because I have to make my salsa, and I'm going to send you one of my homemade salsas.
To
show my appreciation for you coming on here. And you don't have to say it now, but I don't care which one. Because you're going to help me sell so easy. I mean, You know, I even got 2 of these.
Ooh, you might want to say, you know what? I want one of those hats. I'll
Okay.
restore it and I'll do it up, and I've got the poster of it and everything.
Now the thing is, this one has a rope, but it's not fitting it on there right.
I've ran into that problem. I've actually sometimes the ropes will like shrink or get really or expand.
That's what it did. That's what it did.
Sometimes I'll cut it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, say this one, someone cut it off.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send you one of those. I'll send you the.
Yeah. I've got a poster like from.
That is so neat. You knew the guy that maybe even mowed that. I mean, it's hard to show in here, but that, you know, I like art and I do a lot of art myself, and you could tell someone is very good.
Yeah,
the way they made that. Well, man, thanks for joining me on the live. Is there any questions? Now let's get to some questions, please. Anybody ask Chris some questions on?
I saw there was a question from Lone Star earlier. Let's see.
Okay, please.
I'm going through it. It was something about like dating them, like dating the hats. You know? A lot of your stuff, like made in China.
Yep.
Is kind of like your newer stuff. Philippines, Korea, a lot of it's like this. When you see a hang tag, it's usually older. Like, and it's weird. Like if you feel like when you feel the hang tag and it's got a little bit of it's more like, you know, it's heavier. It's usually older. You know what I'm saying? Because they used a little bit more. You know, they used a little bit more, you know, fabric and things in the hats instead of just like slapping on a really thin piece of plastic or, you know, and then putting it on there. So, yeah, definitely your hang tags, definitely like your roped type stuff, your roped, you know, usually that's 90s, and then your trucker hats usually are like 80s, early 90s as well. So, but yeah, all those brands like K Brand, K Products, Louisville Manufacturing Company, Swingster. Those are all great brands. But then you even have, but even like you said, like some of your other brands, some of your just like weirder stuff. It doesn't mean it's like necessarily not worth anything. It's just like, you know, you're going to be more selling it on the style than rather than brand. But Nissan hats, dude, I have not come across a Nissan hat that has been worn out or deteriorated. Or like their foam is probably the best, like 80s like trucker hat foam. So,
I mean that one's still in perfect shape. Yeah, Nissan hat. It's made in China even, but it's still.
Yeah,
like you said, it's about the patch that's on there. It's good to know those. It was a good deal on the trucker hats. Like the red and the green and blue.
Dude, yeah.
And you can tell it hasn't been ever worn, barely probably been even poked open.
Yeah, right. Dude, I'm telling you, those are nice, especially with the patches. I mean, those people go wild for stuff like that.
Yeah, and even like the signal, it's got red patch inside the signal. It's hard to pick up, so that like pretty intricate. And Burlington Northern Santa Fe, I mean, that's where I'm from. I mean, that's people there want to buy that, and that's a small little community.
Yeah, Tim said Nissan always sells for him. Yeah, Auto makes really good hats, but even like your other brands like Youngin, and then Yupong and
what was this one? OC or OC?
Yeah,
Youngin.
They make good hats. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these companies, made really, really good hats that last a long time. Oh, dude, yeah.
So since Nefrisco comes down through here, in the Burlington North, so you think the green one, maybe I should try Grailed or check cross list most?
I think all your railroad hats are going to do pretty well on eBay, and you can cross list them just to try. For the railroad stuff, I think you're going to get more bang for your buck on. Yeah.
More bang for my buck on eBay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So when you talk about Grailed, a lot of times, is that more like just the really obscure stuff?
Well, so with Grailed, you got to think about. So your we'll deep dive into this. So
Okay.
your railroad hats and your gas and oil, petroleum type stuff, you have people that collect those type things.
Right.
So with the hat, you're selling a collector's item. So all those train hats are collector's items. Okay, so that's where you're going to sell on eBay the best. Collectors are going to buy off of eBay. Okay. Now the thing is, with Grailed and Depop, it's more about fashion. It's about the look. It's about the color. Sometimes it's about the logo. It's not about
like the long wholesale.
Yeah. It's about just like, yo, that's like something like this would sell on Grailed. They're like, yo, oh sweet, look at that patch. It's got a Jaguar. So it's more about the color and just them wearing it, because they're gonna wear these hats and it's gonna match. It's gonna match like a jacket or a shirt or their shoes that they would wear. Yeah,
I really like that one when I got that one out. Yeah, it makes sense, because eBay is more about my collectibles with a lot of things. So it makes sense it would be more the collectibles version side of it. And especially people would know, like, never been worn, it's going to sell for more. And to a kid on Grail, they don't care if it's never been worn before as much, maybe. Yeah, makes sense.
It's more about it's more about the style. It's just more about the fashion.
Thanks for breaking that down.
Yeah, and it's more about the collectors and something that they're gonna buy, that more nostalgia, more like with like especially like Depop. They're like, yo, I want that blue hat and that has that on there, and I want that yellow hat that has. And then it doesn't mean anything to them, but they just want it for the look. So
makes sense.
All right, Harry said, what do you charge for shipping? Always the same price, or do you charge for different areas? So usually what I do, the majority of like kind of the vintage hats that I sell, plus the box that I put them in, weigh 8 ounces. Okay. So 8 ounces, I ship that first class. You always want to ship your hats in a box. Hopefully, everyone knows that. Ship your hats in a box. The best box for trucker hats, and like all the hats you showed me today are a 10 by 8 by 6 box. Okay. Supply Hut on eBay has probably the cheapest boxes you can get. Now, are they the most sturdiest? No, but they're light to get you under that 8 ounces. And if it's traveling first class in the United States, it'll make it to its destination. I usually charge $4.99 on eBay for all my hats. So just flat rate. And then on other places like Grailed and Depop, I add the shipping into it because of the way their offer system works. Whenever they offer you, or you take an offer on Grailed or Depop, shipping's usually included in that price. So for like a $20 hat that I have on eBay, so like I'll have it $19.99 plus $4.99 shipping. I'll list it $25 on Grailed, $25 on Depop. So,
okay, that's good to know. So you don't sell anything on Mercari when it comes to hats?
I did. It's just like I felt like I didn't have a lot of hat sales on Mercari.
Just wondering.
So like, I did hat lots. I had a few just like, hey, here's like 5 baseball hats, and I sold those well on Mercari. But just like kind of that collector, it really didn't hit the collector market. It really didn't hit like the fashion, market for me. So I just kind of stopped selling hats on Mercari unless they're in a lot.
That's good to know. So 1960 John Deere hat for $1 past it because it was dirty.
Yeah, you better not pass that up.
Yeah, it was just too dirty. I didn't want to do the work.
Yeah, now the thing is with older hats, especially your John Deere and all that stuff, pick them up if they're dirty. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen dirty hats go for hundreds of dollars on it. Especially, and here's some bolos too. Louisville Manufacturing Company. So sometimes Louisville Manufacturing Company has a thinner. it'll be a thinner snapback, and it'll say Louisville Manufacturing Company, like right here.
Yeah.
If you find that in a denim hat, a denim style trucker hat, pick it up regardless. I don't care if it's been torn, dirty, pick it up. I've seen ridiculous dirty hats go for crazy amounts of money. Louisville Manufacturing Company in a blue denim. So
right. I wonder where that Ag Farm one was. Forget what I said.
Now that Ag Farm one was a little bit lighter and thinner denim.
Yeah.
The ones I'm talking about, it's like blue jeans on a hat almost. You know?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
You know,
like thick.
Yeah, it's a thick denim, but don't pass those up. I've seen, I've seen those do really, really well.
Did you ever see the Commonwealth Picker one where he buys the hat the guy just bought at a garage sale? Nah. He buys a John Deere hat from a guy. He goes, "I give you $20 for that hat," and he's like, well, okay, because he bought it for like a quarter or 50 cents, and he only bought it because, and he's just almost got there, Kevin, and he may have gave him 25. I can't remember, 20, I think, and he had bought it just because he'd forgotten one. His head was cold, and he was like, sure, and I'm pretty sure he sold that one for $200 on eBay, and it was the old patch, the big patch.
I bought this. I dabble in sports hats too. Yeah. I bought this hat right here off of some dude's head. He was walking into the thrift. Now I actually have. Let me see if I can find the other one.
You can show some hats. That'd be great.
Well,
show some examples of how you might list it or where you might sell it. Or
so this hat right here, I've got to reshape it, and the snap is broken on it. So see it where it's But I have another snap that I'm going to be putting onto this. Okay? But here's the thing. These are the exact same hats right here. And I bought, like, guy was walking into the thrift shop with this hat on it. And I said, yo, that's a really cool hat. And he's like, oh, thanks. I said, can I buy it? He's like, what? Can I buy that hat? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, how much you want for it? He's like, $5. I'm like, here you go.
Wow.
So, I mean, this is probably like a $40, $50 hat. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All the patches on there on the side.
Oh yeah. I mean, I got a lot of restoration stuff. Picked up some Nick stuff, but again, you gotta be careful. Again, the snap is all messed up, so I've got to do a.
So you just sew another one in.
You can sew them, or you can glue them back in.
Okay.
One thing I tell everyone too, like I mean, I know a lot of people have seen this box before, but so say you buy a bunch of hats and they're like all messed up and everything. What I do is I start, I'm talking about dirty, unsalvageable. This is all snaps.
Wow.
So like, if I have one break, I can be like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
Black one, pick. I even have some K Products ones in here. So if
no kidding.
Yeah. So if I have a K Products one break, I can just pull it out here. But here's a K brand one.
No kidding.
If I have something that I pick up, and I'm like, oh man, how am I gonna fix that? Here, just pick out a snap and then what I do too is I'll take the patches off too.
Yeah.
So a lot of times they're just stitched on, and you can just cut them out.
Right.
So
just a hat that's damaged so much, you just.
Yeah, like sometimes it's to the point of no return.
Yeah.
And that's where especially when you get like a big lot at a garage sale, sometimes I'll be like, how much for everything? and then they'll be like, oh, $20 for 100 hats. And then, sometimes you go in there and you'll be like, all right, maybe these aren't the best, but I can cut out the snap. I can cut out the patch, and save it. Yep. Maybe put the patch on another hat, put the snap on another hat. So,
I did that at a garage sale not too long ago. I didn't even show them because they're not the best hats, but they were so cheap. It was just so many of them. I couldn't help it because there was one like vintage North Carolina hat that I know is going to pay for all of it, and then the rest of it I could sell in my flea market booth for $2 to $5, and I'm going to be making money. So, yeah, I found a lot. Do you see any other questions?
Let's see. Lone Star said, "Yeah, if it's 25 cents, pick it up." I'll tell you what. It's funny with hats sometimes. We get kind of snobby on hats where it's like, oh yeah, maybe that. Dude, I've sold some dumb ass hats. So I'm like, you know what? Just take a picture of it. Boom, boom, boom. Throw it on eBay. $20, and it's sold. I'm like, why did they buy that? Like, why? Like, that's just a crappy hat. Like, why did that hat sell? So you never know what's gonna, So I always say, if you get an opportunity to pick up everything, pick it up. Because again, what we're talking about. 6 pictures. The listing's going to take you 2 minutes to do, and you got a listing up on eBay. Throw it up on Grailed. So
yeah, you're probably like me. I had this nice, like a new John Deere hat, and I liked it because it just fit good. And I wore it. And one day I saw another person wearing it. I was like, gone. So I put it in my flea market booth, sold it for $15. And so I think I paid 10 for it. So
yeah. Callie Picker says you're 1 yard sale away from being called a hoarder. You haven't even seen my basement, okay?
Yeah, I've got so many, but I was literally waiting to put anything up because I wanted to get your advice on. I would have put a lot of stuff on Grail just to see. So I'm glad I'm gonna know how to hit that, so I won't waste so much time. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to cross post a lot because I like to put stuff at a pretty good price so it just sells. I don't. Unless it's so unique kind of deal that I'll wait on it. But
yeah, it's like if you can see an older person going, I want that hat. I want to, I collect hats and I want that hat, or I used to work there and used to do that. Put it on eBay. If you can see some young kid going, oh, that's a cool hat. I could wear that while skateboarding. Put it on Grailed. Now I know I did a really big like stereotype, but that's how I kind of think about it. Like if the popping, if it's cool, it definitely should go on Grailed.
I'm gonna try to find out one. That EAA hat. I can't find it now. But the one that had the John Deere, but it was the airplanes on there.
Yeah.
I bet that's one I can kind of list high just because it hits a lot of different things. And the right person's gonna go in there and go, I'll pay $40 for that.
Yeah, and dude, I've talked to a lot of people. They're like, yeah, what about this hat? I'm like, all right, let's look it up. I'm like, well, there's nothing there. You
silver scrambled eggs.
It's like you can't. It's something that's specific, but they can't. You can't find it anywhere. I'm like, listen, high, especially if it's like oil and gas. Tractors, military. So, everyone knows of those things that sell. When it's something like that's very, very unique, it's like, where else are you going to get this hat? I tell people, I tell people all the time, like, well, why is your hat so expensive? Show me another one in existence. Like, show me a picture. I have some hats. I said, this person on eBay reached out to me like, you got this hat, this hat, and this hat. I don't understand why they're $100. I said, I'll tell you why they're $100. Show me another picture that's not mine on the internet of that hat.
Yep.
Find it.
Seriously.
And you can't.
And I've had people do it. I had someone just contact me the other day about, would you take $200? It was a Patrick Mahomes rookie. I don't know if you know much about cards, but they have a printing plate and there's 4 different ones: cyan, magenta, black, and
yellow.
Yeah. And so they had the plates, and I had 3 different plates that were one-on-ones. And someone said, hey, I'll give you $200. And I had it listed for $289. I'm like, yeah, no thanks. I appreciate it. I go, I'll give you an offer I haven't given anybody else. And it was true, $275. And they didn't take it. And yet last night I had 3 different ones that are $289, $299, $289. A guy came in and bought all 3 of them.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, that's why I don't just set on it, and all three sold to one guy, and he paid full price. Didn't even ask about taking shipping off. He's just I'll give him some other stuff or whatever. But
that's the thing about hats. A lot of people were like, "Man, I got 10 hats and I put them up on eBay, and none of them are selling. I thought that hats sold, Chris." I said, "Well, hold on.
Yeah,
The right person hasn't come along yet to see that hat or to see, so that's why I like to, I feel like it does really good in bulk, buying a lot of hats at a time and listing, 50, 100, I don't know if I'm the hat whisperer. I'm a talker, so.
It's like last year when I first started going to Goodwill, about this time last year, about a year and a month ago, and I bought the hats because they were $2. And here we have a Bass Pro. It's the original Bass Pro, Springfield, Missouri, Johnny Morris. And so we have Bass Pro hats all over the place. And I bought a couple, and one of them was like a neon greenish yellow, and one was a red, and then a couple black normal ones. Well, the normal ones didn't sell. That neon green one, it sold really quick. Yes. And that was my first example of like, oh, it's because you didn't see, you couldn't find any more like that on there. It was different, and that's what someone wanted. It was something different,
unique, and that transitions to collectors and fashion itself. So collectors, they want something that ain't nobody else has.
Yep.
They want something that's like, like, oh man, that's that. I've never seen that John Deere hat. I've never seen that kind of railroad hat. And that's right. Where you can do the price. And same way goes to where it's like the fashion. If you have a one-off, like, it's so unique, it's so original, someone's gonna buy it because no one else is gonna have that. They're not gonna be walking in, in LA wearing their cool trucker hat with their cool outfit and run into someone that has that same hat.
Right.
So it's like, with sports teams, everyone's, how many baseball hats you see and football hats you see, with some of these like fashionable trucker hats, you may have a very one of one, look to it. So.
Right. Well, it's like that shark tooth. I mean, I know those always sell.
Yeah,
these are the ones I showed in that live. As part of that Dale Earnhardt lot I got. But these are all 90s, but these are all dirty. But I got this lot for $200, and you wouldn't believe the stuff I got. I just found out I had a Dale Earnhardt Jr. autograph with the certificate.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even know about it till today. I looked at the back of the thing, and there was a certificate on there. But these are kind of cool because they've got lots of patches, the numbers on there.
And you'll be surprised how just putting those into like a little bit of like laundry detergent and a little bit of Dawn dish soap solution, just soaking them and just scrubbing them with a brush, how much stuff will come off these hats.
I believe that.
Look after they're dried and reshaped.
Because like that one, that patch is that's killer. And that's when he won. That's when he won Daytona, and he got made fun of because he was so good, but he could never win Daytona, and he celebrated that one.
Yeah.
These are all, and this one's cool. It's got like this heavy stripe thing here. I don't know.
And I find the weird thing too. I find that that NASCAR does well on eBay and Grailed. You have a lot of young kids getting into that NASCAR would be fashion. NASCAR fashion.
That's interesting. That's good to know.
Yeah. I was talking to Tim, and he had a bunch of like Dale Earnhardt shirts, the big print, and he was selling them for $75, $80, $90 on Grailed. So.
Yeah, the Earnhardt stuff, when I first got my antique booth, that was the one constant. I put some Earnhardt Senior in there, it's gone. Yeah. I think people started knowing like he has Earnhardt stuff, and I sold a Monopoly Earnhardt with had the packaging still on it. So I looked it on eBay, and it was like selling for $25 with shipping, and I put it for $25 in my booth, and it sold in 2 days.
Yeah,
that's something I've learned with hats too. Is like the stuff that isn't real pop, that's not really obscure. Well, that'll sell my booths, and it'll sell for more money than eBay because everybody's trying to sell that stuff on eBay, and so it brings that price way down. But if it's obscure, you can't bring it down because it's too obscure.
And here's the thing too, I tell people all the time, a lot of times and this kind of goes across, like, because I do vintage hats, I do vintage clothing, I do a lot of shoes, like used shoes. I'm never beholden to the comp. Okay. So if you see a comp, $8, $10, that doesn't mean your hat's worth that much. Now, if you see a whole bunch of them, see if you look up a hat and you see 100 people have the same hat, then yes, you're going to run into a problem. And yes, that would be a perfect opportunity to be like, you know what? I'm not going to sell this on eBay. I'm going to sell this in my booth. But if you have something like, you look for it and you don't see anybody, and you saw someone sell, but you don't see anyone listed their hat yet, the one you have, and you see a comp and someone sold theirs for like $8, what does it mean that hat is an $8 hat?
Right.
They sold it for $8, and you have a hat that no one has listed on eBay. So you kind of create your own comp. And I tell that to people, like, create your own comp.
Right.
Money you think it's worth, and you can always take offers. Don't be so beholden to the comp.
No, and I'm not a big fan of taking offers because, and I've heard someone say this before. I think it was Commonwealth, and like, if you're not careful, if you haven't been selling stuff, you'll take offers you wouldn't have taken, and you can really cut money out of yourself if you should just let it set, and just forget about it sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially if you do have a lot of the really unique pieces.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because if Kent or somebody if you could throw up it's Cernoch, right? Chris Cernoch.
Yeah.
Because I know Tim calls you Cernoch, and
listen, however you want to say it, it's fine.
Okay.
But it's Cernoch,
Yeah, please throw up his link so everybody can find his stuff, because he's got such great information on how to really deal with your vintage stuff, and not just his shirts too. He knows a lot about a lot of these different things, and been doing it for a while. So do you have any new hat purchases in the last couple weeks that you might show or anything? Just thinking about it. I mean, no big deal.
I just had my son organize them and take them all downstairs.
Yeah, I got you.
I haven't really picked up a lot of stuff. I've been in a listing mode.
Yep.
Because it's just been just list. I haven't really been out much, even sourcing right now, because I just have so much stuff. So,
yeah, I haven't been either. Honestly, I've been sourcing too much freaking auctions on Westside. Gary had a awesome auction the other day. Because I'm a big music guy, and Tom Cruise was in there, and he had this just so cherry vintage records and stuff that I can't wait till it comes in. But so I've been up sourcing garage sales are fun because you can lump stuff together, but you end up lumping a bunch of stuff that you don't even want to list. And so I end up doing that flea market so I can pinpoint more. And there's certain auctions you got to watch on. Resellers aren't putting it on eBay. There's a reason probably too. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. But Westside's, his was really good. I got a Sega Genesis from him. It's gonna be real clean. So I end up, kind of pinpointing what I want. So this hats and stuff. So I'm kind of saying, well, I haven't been sourcing a ton. I usually trying to hit a lot of different things, but I got too much right now.
Yeah. I've got so much stuff. I've got probably 150 hats I still need to list. I've got 500 hats I need to do something with, reshape them, clean them, whatever. So I've got a lot of stuff already here, and I'm kind of yo, let's just list. Let's just my honey hole, it'll still be there. Yes, there might be stuff coming and going at it that I'm oh my God, I'm not letting the fear of missing out. That's what I call it, the FOMO, fear of missing out. I don't let the FOMO get to me, because I'm that store will be there. They'll still be having shoes and hats and.
Well, my phone gets me in trouble. Last night, yesterday, a guy had a posting on magic cards on Facebook Marketplace, and I was like, "Crap!" I saw it. It was thousands. It was like 2,000. He said $20. I'm like, okay, I can bulk that out. Not even if it was the worst magic cards, bulk that out for 200.
Yeah.
And so I had to text him. He goes, "Oh, someone just texted me. They're gonna come meet me." I'm like, "All right." So he texts me at like 7. Goes, "Hey, that guy flaked. You want to come get him?" I'm like, "Yep." So I ran over there real quick and grabbed them, and I couldn't help it. It's like it'd be stupid of me not to. And that's if there's nothing even good in there. So I just have to not look at my phone now. Just have to put it away.
Yeah.
But it led to something else. He had like 4,000 Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and he's like, "Well, how much you want?" He's like, "I have it for 150." I'm like, "That's way too much." He goes, "Well, how much would you give me?" I go, $60. He's like, "I might call you back." I'm like, "All right." And those are worth even Yu-Gi-Oh is worth more.
Yeah.
But anyway, those sell my booth really easy. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just been nose to the grind, just trying to list.
Yep.
Get ready. Just getting ready for fourth quarter too.
That's right. I'm really just building everything from now, and that's what I'm intentionally. This is kind of like I want to do this live so I could get this, so I can start listing, because it reminds me of listing sports cards. Like easy to store, easy to list, easy to take pictures of, easy to describe. You're going to be using the same framework on a lot of this stuff almost. That's what I like about sports cards. You can use the same Patrick Mahomes, da da da, bop, 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 just change a couple words and then good to go. And
here's a tip too for everyone. Everyone's like, well, how do you store all? You have 500 hats. How do you inventory them? You have them on eBay and Grailed, and how do you inventory them? So I take shoe boxes. Okay, 10 to 12 hats usually fit perfectly folded up in a shoe box. And then what I'll do is I will tag every shoe box with a number. And then I'll just stack the shoe boxes on top of each other. And then in my eBay listing, I'll go and say, all right, in my custom SKU, I'll be like box number 5.
Yeah.
And all 10 hats will just say box number 5, box number 5, box number 5.
Good idea.
And then when I sell it, I'm like, oh, what box is it in? Oh, number 5. I pull the box. Oh, here's a hat. Put the box back, and I'm done. So
you'll like this. Seeing Kenton here reminds me of something. I had a live one day, and I got a couple boxes, and I wanted to open them up and see and just see. I like to make fun of people's boxes, how people ship them. I got a box, and it was in a Fruity Pebble box. And I open, I go, "Please tell me this isn't a hat. Please tell me it's not a hat." And it was a hat stuffed in a Fruity Pebble, but it had a nice thank you card on the outside of that Fruity Pebble box. I'm like,
yeah. Now I've had a few people like say like, well, I bought a hat for someone. It was like torn up and everything like that. And they're like, well, how do you want me to ship it to you? You be shipping in an envelope? I'm like, ugh. Or you want to be shipping in a box? And I'm like, I'd like a box. They're like, well, I don't have any boxes. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, all right, well, sandwich it between. I just don't want a lot of times if the brim doesn't get messed up, you can probably restore the entire hat.
Right.
But it's just like, oh man, like, so if you're anyone out there, if you want to sell hats and you want to get, sell a lot of hats like I do, get boxes. Just it's going to cost a little bit extra, but I haven't had any problems with.
And I'm glad someone asked you if you charge shipping, and I always charge shipping on my sports cards because I'm the same way when I buy stuff. Like, when I want a card, I don't really care about the $3.95, $4 for shipping at that point. I want that card, and so that's how I've always done it before. So whenever I do everything, I just do it that way, and I have very few people really get mad about shipping. Some people say, "Oh, I search by shipping and I won't buy it." I'm like, well, I probably don't want to sell to you.
Yeah, right. It's like, yeah. So yeah, $4.99 shipping is a great flat cost. It'll go almost 90% of the time, 8 ounces, first class USPS. So, and then sometimes it'll be a little bit more expensive. I'm on the East Coast, so just depending if it's on the West Coast, it'll be a little more expensive. or around here it'll be cheaper. So it all evens out. And it's like, well, and people say this too, like, well, $5, that's more than, $3.25 shipping. Well, I'm sitting in a box, so the boxes cost. So no,
Right.
do not. He says he always ships that's a debate. The 8x6x4 box, that's too small of a box. Those are too small of a box.
Everybody else always says 8x6x4.
So no, that's
Yeah.
No, 2 inches.
Yeah. I just try to. I got so many boxes from Amazon and stuff, and like people sending me stuff. I don't know how you don't have boxes in your house. People are like, I guess they throw them away instantly. I guess I'm such a hoarder when it comes to kind of. Thanks for joining. Thanks for everybody for joining. I appreciate y'all. Thanks, Road Warrior.
Yeah, I usually get rid of my boxes. I'm like, sometimes like I amass a huge pile. I'm like, all right, time to take this to recycling.
Yeah.
And I get rid of it. So
yeah. I go and I kind of do the same. Sometimes, and I know I'm going to be sending a lot of stuff out, so I'm kind of keeping some right now, kind of deal.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you a personal question. You said you had kids. How old are your kids?
I have 2 kids. I have a 12-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
around.
cool. That's cool.
The 12-year-old has been helping with like some during the summer for some of the eBay stuff that helping me ship and pack up and take some pictures.
Yeah.
So it definitely helps. So
that would be nice. I mean, just to take a little bit of that work off. I mean, that's what you find. It's like I just need people to do work for me, and but I don't trust anybody to do good work.
Yeah. Oh, here's a great tip I got from Kent Daigle. Instead of, because I was using poly bags to like ship my hats in. No, he put me on. If you go to Walmart, they have bagel bags. Okay, like twist tie bagel bags. Those hats fit perfectly in there. You fold them up, put a little piece of tape on it, boom, and they're like $100 for like $3. So
bagel, is that how they're listed on Amazon to buy?
Maybe, but yeah, they're at Walmart. I get them at Walmart.
You get them at Walmart. Okay.
They're like the Great Value brand.
Oh, okay.
It's just like $3 and change for 100 bags.
Wow, that's a great tip.
A little plastic bag instead of having spending a bunch of money for poly bags. So
they're specially made. They cost a ton. Yeah, that's a good idea.
So
because some of these I want to have them pretty protected. I just don't want to throw them in a box.
Yeah. And then sometimes what I do too, I'll take a little bit of bubble wrap too, and I'll put it
to keep
the shape. Now if they're folded like really nicely, like usually with the mesh, if the mesh is like a little hard and it's already folded perfectly, I'll just I'll put it in the plastic bag and I'll set it down in the box. But if it's a little more like flimsy, I'll put the bubble wrap in it just to keep the shape, because you got to think about when people are opening up that box, they're opening up the box and they're like, ooh, it just has an overall nice presentation to where it's like, all right, take it out of the bag, take out the thing, and it's ready to rock. So
that's a great tip. I'll go do that tonight. Can I see a patch on yours a little better? Oh yeah, that's badass.
Isn't that cool?
That is so cool.
I had a red one like this, and I sold it. I sold this red. I sold a red one, and then they were doing in one of the Facebook groups that I belong. They were doing like a sell-a-thon. Other people were doing it, and someone posted this hat. I'm like, all right, I need that. And it was like you only wanted like $10 for it. I'm like, all right, I'm getting that for the personal collection.
Absolutely. That's the only problem is anytime I start doing anything like this, I start appreciating because you know more now, and then you appreciate, so then you want to collect because you know more than other people. It's like it's a bad combo sometimes. You know what I mean?
It's so hard, and the thing is, I only have a few hats I'm kind of like that with. I usually wear like sometimes I wear more sports types hats, but I will I'll wear some of them. So like this one is like in my collection.
Now, are those Cowboys? Is that for you to sell, or do you like the Cowboys?
Yeah, I'm not. I am. I'm from Texas originally, but I was an Oilers fan. So listen,
I love the Warren Moon and Ernest Givens, and golly, those guys were unbelievable.
Any old school Oilers trucker hat y'all come across, let me know. Okay,
I will.
But I like this one. This one I bought this one from Canada in a bunch of novelty hats. But this one was funny. You can't take a joke, but underneath it says.
That's awesome.
So I kept that one. I mean, there's a few of them that I've kind of like kept up. Like this one right here. I bought this one from one of my peeps in Pittsburgh. It's the old Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh yeah.
Showtime or Showbiz Pizza.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of got that just to kind of that's kind of just in the collection.
That's killer. I mean, because you can't. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Lone Star said, "I'm sort of sold with the boxes Chris uses due to weight. 100 caps and sellable prep. How much for your boxes? If you go on eBay, Supply Hut. If you look at Supply Hut on eBay, they have probably like the cheapest boxes that you can, like cardboard boxes that you can get, and they're pretty light too. So.
Oh, neat.
No, my house. Well, Dapper said my house must smell like mothballs. I let things air out. There's some things that need to air out. Bought it's funny. I had to let these hats sit out for like 2 weeks. I bought a box of cat piss hats, vintage trucker hats that just had cat piss all on them. Dude, they soaked for like 5 days, and I set them out, and like, I mean, I got all the smell out, but it was like when I opened up the box, it hit me. Like, just think about it, just like they were all in the. Like even when I opened the box, it was like, ooh.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm lucky. A lot of these were brand new.
Yeah, those are the best to find. And the thing too with I know a lot of people garage sale. Here's a tip for garage sales and finding hats. A lot of times you're not going to walk up and find a big box of hats.
Right. You kind of have to ask.
You ask, hey, you got any hats? And you run to that old man and goes, oh, yeah, I got some downstairs in the basement, or I got some in the attic. Those are the ones you're going to want.
Right.
Especially when they bring that big old box out and lay it in front, and they open it up and they have 200 hats in there.
That's the same way with video games. People are like, oh, I've had people bring out a whole box full, and I got $12 for 22 PlayStation 2 games the other day. And they're like, oh, yeah, sure.
You know what? I had a bag of hats that I just bought, but they're like, I don't even know what's in here. So I got, again, I buy so many hats. It's just like, just different type stuff.
Yeah.
Down Maryland. Anything with trucks on it, I usually like to get, like 18-wheelers or something like that.
Right.
Here's some like auto body that has like cars on it. Those sell well.
Yeah.
Sometimes just stuff like this, does well. And again, here's some bread and butter stuff with just sports hats. Here's one for Kent, Reservation Hall Jazz Band. Again,
that's cool.
When you get it cheap enough, it's hard to pass up. Tailor made with WVU on it, and then this was just like a quick haul.
Yep. The Titleist hats go so fast in my booths.
Yeah.
That's what's hard for me now, because I know some of these big lots, the ones that other people wouldn't know where to sell and they won't buy them. I can sell those for $5 to $10 and almost make my money back on the stuff in the flea market that no one wants on eBay. So
so just like a bunch of stuff like that, just I mean, so all these hats at my honey hole, it was like $2 for all the hats. So it's like, how am I not?
How do you not?
Yeah, how am I not going to just pick up every decent one? You know, like that's in there. So
now I wanted to ask you this: on the scrambled egg hats, what do you suggest, eBay or Grailed on those?
I
Doesn't
I've
depends.
sold them on both. I've sold
Okay.
them on both. Yeah.
It really probably depends on the patch and what it is more.
Yeah. I usually cross it. I usually cross list everything.
Okay.
You know, again, the more specific, the more collectible items are on eBay. But the more like the cooler, like if you just look at the hat and go, that's a cool looking hat. I'll put, you know, it usually it might sell on any platform. You know.
Yeah.
So it's just, I always think about, you know, more eyeballs, the better.
So I'm thinking more of like collectible eBay, fashion Grailed.
Mm-hmm.
It's more how you should think about it.
Yeah.
Now on Grailed, is it insertion fee? Is it the same as like eBay?
No
insertion
fees on Grailed, and actually the
insertion fees.
Yeah, and actually
Feels like getting married.
They have the lowest fees of any other platform. 6% plus PayPal fees, and that's it.
So they do PayPal. Okay.
Yeah. So, and it's super easy to list. So yeah.
Thanks for joining, Sam. Everybody, if I missed you, I apologize. Thanks for joining, Michelle. Got some good wisdom from Chris here.
Sure.
Yeah, I wish you put out more videos. I wish you did more lives, if anything.
I know. I need.
You and Tommy and Tim need to get together for what you guys went through with Mr. Buys a Lot.
I know we're working on that.
You guys need to do like a live together and stuff, and like, because I bet that was just a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, but it was a hell of a lot of work.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. Almost knee pads in that situation.
Yeah. We went through a lot of clothes. Think about 400. Like, it was basically like, you know how you have your Home Depot box? You're like 18 by 18 by 18 box.
Yeah.
We basically went through 400 of those for clothes.
Oh man. It's like 100, over 100 pieces in each one.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, wow.
Crazy. So I got some good stuff, but yeah, I think we're working on something like that. We're going to do a what we got type stuff.
That'd be cool. I can't wait. Promote that as much as you can, so we don't miss it, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Answer this question: how do you balance the antique booth, flea markets, eBay, etc.? I don't know. I juggle hard. I like a challenge, I guess. I don't know how I do it, honestly. I've actually I usually let one slack, and I've slacked on the antique booth and flea market right now. I need to go in there and re-put some stuff, and my eBay, though, I've been building it up recently, and my mowing and power washing is kind of my main thing right now.
Yeah, I'm full time, so it's like I'm just list.
Oh yeah,
pictures, list, ship, so
people, full time it'd be a heck of a job. I mean, because I kind of make it full time, and I can't even keep up with it. I can't imagine having kids and family and trying to do all this. I try to build up a good money pile, and then just what I find is I just need to do a bunch of pictures at once, do a bunch of listings at once. So I focus on one thing. If I focus on one thing, I can knock them out. But if it's when I go from one thing to the next, I think I'm good at multitasking. I don't think anybody's really too good at it. You can do it, but it's not,
Yeah, that's how I usually do. I'll line up like 50 hats and be like, all right, today I'm just taking pictures. Take pictures.
Yeah.
And I'll load them all up and then just list.
That works the best for me. Let's just answer a couple more questions. If there's any more questions for Chris, my battery's going to be running low here pretty soon. You're on 9 platforms. It's a zoo, and they all hit. I bet. I thought of you guys. I picked up a bunch of crafting stuff from like the 60s or 70s, like patterns for 50 cents a piece, and the other day, a couple of pickers at a garage sale. I don't know if I can sell them. I might just make them like a reseller lot kind of deal, but I almost couldn't pass them up because I know you guys sell a bunch of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, with having a bunch of platforms too, you got to. It's a constant. Like you sell something, you're like, all right, I got to take it off. Take it off the other platforms. I've actually in the last week, I've had 2 hats basically sell at this like overnight on different platforms. But here's the thing. See, I have so many hats listed. Both times I reached out to that person. I said, hey, I'm sorry. Someone else bought this hat. If you see another hat you want in my store, let me know and I'll give you a good discount for it. And I made another sale that way just by doing it that way. So
that's smart. I mean, I've had to do stuff like that too. And that's what's good about selling a bunch of cards. Mm-hmm. And because I have a bunch of cards that won't sell, and you can easily make people feel like they got a bunch out of it. I'll just throw in extra cards that are worth pennies, and they feel like they got so much of getting extra Patrick Mahomes cards when they're not worth a ton. Yeah. But it's easy because I have a bunch of them laying around. And the same thing you've said. And I get a lot of people that come on and buy more than one because that's what they're looking for. And I have the same stuff. So they buy a lot of, like that guy came in last night and bought 3 things for $300, pop, within 2 minutes of each other. It's just awesome, and
also, like on Grailed too, I sell bundles too. So like people will be like, oh, I like this hat, this hat, this hat, and this hat. Can you give me a price on it? So I'll make a bundle price for them.
That's awesome.
And
I just a good idea
for $80. Yeah, I had them listed at $25, $30 a piece, but then I sold them all for $20. I sold 4. Like when you break it down, I sold 4 hats for $80. So it's like okay,
Yeah, all day long. Here, his best hat flip ever. Best net profit on one hat. Good question.
I recently sold. I had a John Deere K brand trapper hat. Now, the trapper hat was the fold down ear, like the ear lining one, like the insulated ears.
Yeah.
And, I picked that up at a thrift shop for $1. It still had the Made in the USA K brand tag on it, and I sold that to a guy in Canada. $200 plus shipping. So
wow.
Yeah.
And so you didn't have that GPS. You had that GSP. You had that simple export rate.
Yeah. Well, actually, he asked me if I could send it priority mail, and I was like, "Bro, that's gonna be $37." He's like, "Okay."
Well, hey, can you hold on and keep answering some questions? I'm gonna get my plug in.
Yeah. He was like, "Yeah, that's okay." And then I stalked him on like his address, and I'm like, yeah, this guy lives in like a really nice neighborhood. No wonder. So that was probably like my best selling so far. Couple $100 hats, couple $150 hats I've sold. But again, you got to think about, these are accessories. They're so usually I like to sell them. $25, $30 a piece. I mean, I had a guy. I had one guy in New York he bought like 15 hats from me. He bought 15 hats, and I did it for like $250. So it's like come on, I just made $250 on 15 hat accessories. So it's like okay, turn,
I was going to ask you too on those snapback plastic pieces. Did you just source those yourself from hats that you just got destroyed, or did you buy some of those offline?
Yeah, no. So say you have a hat. All you have to do is take a razor blade and just cut it right here, like underneath the fabric on both places, and they just come out.
Okay.
You're just cutting the stitching, and they come out. So, all right.
There was one day I saw a vintage Oilers hat. Went to buy it. It got bought right underneath me. It's like,
yep.
that happened a couple of times.
Yeah,
like sold right when I went to look at it.
it's like that one, and I've seen the hat before, and I've seen the hat a couple times. There's another hat that I'm really, really after, and I've reached out to multiple people that I've seen they had it on Instagram, and they sold it before me, or they sold it, they wouldn't sell it. It's a Houston Astros, because I'm an Astros baseball fan. It was the circle patch trucker hat, circle patch with the Astrodome on it, with the flying like baseballs around.
Yeah.
That one right there, that's kind of like a grail for me, like vintage Oilers, vintage Astros type stuff.
Interesting. Yeah, that's cool. It's good to know that. I mean, someone that really wants it that would appreciate it. And if I see something like that, I'll definitely get it.
Yeah. She's the one that takes it off all the platforms.
And that's one thing I worry about, because when I sell on eBay, it's always between 1 a.m. and 7 a.m. It's like at night when I'm not, and I wake up, and that's when I get most of my sales, is late at night. I don't know if it's people that buying sports cards because they're drunk and stoned or what. I don't know.
You never know. You never know. So.
Well, I guess we should probably end it here. You probably got things to do. This has been going on a while. I don't want to keep it this long, but
I gotta go to the post office and drop my packages off. So.
That's what I got to do too. I got a couple sales, but I'll send this one to you.
Yeah, cool.
$2. So you're really hurting me here. I mean, it's not in the best shape here.
Don't worry, I'll fix it up.
It's an old school auto. That's kind of cool.
Nice. Yeah, I'll fix it up. You'll
right on.
You'll see my magic.
Well, I can't wait to try it on a couple of these, because I know that cardboard trick. I saw that cardboard thing you had. That's going to work good on this one. That's so neat, that little piece in there. I wonder if someone will pay extra for that, just knowing it's in there. Should I list it that way?
I just put it in the description. You know what I'm saying? Just in case someone says.
Yeah, Park Avenue.
Oh, there we go. Real quick. Lone Star Picker said, name top 5 hats to search for. Okay. So John Deere, K Products, K brand with the the tag, or not on the tag, but K Products right here. Louisville Manufacturing Company, denim hats. Okay. Hats made in the USA that have the 3 stripes. Coca-Cola, I saw a Mountain Dew 3-stripe hat go for like $400. So 3-stripe hats. My girl Courtney sold a autographed NASCAR hat that had 3 stripes for like $350. So 3 stripes is super, super hot right now. Let's see. Yeah, like that. And then anything, I don't know. I've seen just weird stuff. Easiest way to do it is go trucker hat and go on eBay, put trucker hat, and then search for solds, and then search like high to low, and then just look and just put it in your brain. Be like, oh, if I ever come across that, because I know there's like a Charleston chewing tobacco 3-stripe hat that goes like crazy amounts of money. Right. So that's the best way to do that. Just do your research and look.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known the DeKalb, without Calvin talking about it. Yep. And when you start looking at it, it's a cool symbol. It's usually that bright yellow and that green. It's just, they look good.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't look for that keyword otherwise. You just try and find it with trucker hat. So I found that if I type in DeKalb, I can kind of snipe and pinpoint at it more.
So that was a great question.
Well, thanks for all that info. That's good to know.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
All right. Thanks for joining, and I appreciate it. And I'll send you that whenever I make my first batch of salsa here in a week or so.
Awesome.
But yeah, I appreciate your channel. I appreciate all the knowledge you give to all of us, and I'll look forward to seeing the Mr. Buys a Lot.
Yeah.
You guys get
interesting stuff. So yeah, we all got some interesting stuff.
Right on. Well, thanks y'all for joining, and grind on, friends.